virtue, ladies and gentlemen. Teamwork is not a virtue, it's a choice. It's a strategic decision.
The leader has to set the stage by being vulnerable and open first.
Not holding someone accountable for their behaviors or their performance is ultimately a selfish act. Peer-to-peer accountability, folks, is the most powerful motivator you have on your team.
The fact of the matter is, most things in life, whether it's parenting or marriage or finances or being fit or leadership and management and running a company, it comes down to mastering some simple concepts that you probably already know. But the hard part is doing them every day, day in and day out. It's the discipline of mastering some simple things. What's your number one team? Is it this team or is it the one you lead? Because if you think about it, the team you lead, you probably hired them. You got to pick them. You spend a lot of time with them. You're very loyal to them. They're loyal to you. And so many of the executives I work with, I say, is it the results of this collective team at the top of the organization? Is that team number one? Or is team number one the one that you're the papa bear or mama bear of back in your department? This is such a critical issue to struggle with. An organization that is infected with teamwork in the right way has to make the team at the top number one and has to cascade from there.
Teamwork is not a virtue, ladies and gentlemen. Teamwork is not a virtue, it's a choice. It's a strategic decision. Too often we see it as a default, like, well, yeah, we have to be a team. We're a team. Are you a team? Oh, yeah, we're a team. Because we have to say that. It's kind of politically correct or incorrect to say we're not. But the truth is, if we're going to operate like a team, we have to choose it and sign up for the cost that it involves, the sacrifice, the work, and the time that's required. The benefits of teamwork are huge. I'm certainly an advocate of it. But if a group of people is not willing to invest the time and make the sacrifices necessary to achieve the benefits of teamwork, then they'd be better off saying we're not going to be a team, because to say it and then not do it is really frustrating. So what I'm about to do today, what I want to do with you, is go over the 5 reasons that teams fail, and then talk about how we can overcome those. Why should we wait for a crisis to work together? And you see this all the time. Organizations that fall into crisis, a business about to go under, or a team in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left in the game, down by 6, and they pull together, and people will say, wow, we never worked so well together as when we almost went out of business. Or when the game was on the line and we thought we were going to lose, wow, did we all pitch in? Why should we wait for that? And what we're going to talk about today is how to provide your organization with the power of a crisis. I'm going to call it a thematic goal. A single overriding goal, a theme that pulls people together regardless of what department they're in or what sub-organization they think they serve.
Scottie Pippen is coming back to Chicago, am I right? Right. Years ago when Michael Jordan retired the first of 3 times, what people often don't realize in retrospect was that the Bulls were still probably the best team in the NBA, right? I mean, and I don't want to go through the players. I could, but I'm not going to. But they had this amazing group of players. Pippen was now their leader and their star. And they had Phil Jackson as a coach and everything else. Well, at one point in the playoffs that year, you remember this, they were playing the Knicks, and I think there was 10 seconds left to go in the game, and they were tied. Phil Jackson, the coach, called the team over, Pippen, the leader, and all the players, and said, here's the play, and designed a play. And the ball was going to actually go to Tony Kukoc to take the last shot. Do you remember what did Pippen do? Sat on the bench, refused to go on the court. The announcers were like, did he foul out? They were looking at their sheet. Did he get hurt? I didn't see him get hurt. No. He sat out. He said, if I don't get to take the last shot, then I'm not going out there. And what a beautiful thing for him to do. I wish every executive team I worked with had the audacity for a person on the team to say, hey, it's not about the team, it's about me. I mean, it was so clear. I mean, it's like most times they hide it. But he was like, no, really, I don't want to play. I don't care if we win. I mean, it's about me. Kukoc made the shot and they won the game, but that's irrelevant. The point is we have to ask ourselves on our teams, is it about the results we're trying to achieve, or is it about how we feel about ourselves or how our own career is developing?
We have to have the courage as leaders to hold people accountable for their behaviors. It's not fun. It's not easy. We don't like it. You know how I used to say I didn't do it because I felt bad for the person. I wanted them to like me and I didn't want to make them feel bad? I realized in a moment of truth that that's not it. I didn't want to be around them when they felt bad. And I didn't want them to blame me for feeling bad. You see, not holding someone accountable for their behaviors or their performance is ultimately a selfish act. My advice to you on this one is if you struggle with this like me, tell the people that work for you that you struggle with it and that it will hurt them, and they will start prying that feedback out of your fingers. Person on my staff is, I want to know what you think I need to do to get better, because if you don't tell me, it's going to hurt me. They'll be your best coach.
I do not like to hold people accountable. I'm a wuss. Okay? That's not a curse word, is it? Gotta check the approved list of, no, it's not. Anybody read Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus? Show of hands. Yeah, I've never read it, but I've had parts of it read to me out loud, you know?